Windows 11 BitLocker says, look at me. I'm the ransomware now. Amazon rage quits gaming and says, good game. And the Internet Archive sadly loses. Right? Hey, everybody. This is Jim Atria, Senior Live Online Lead Instructor with MyComputerCareer. Welcome back to the IT Blitz. Here's what's happening in the IT world. Microsoft warns that Windows 11 25H2 and 24H2 October update triggers BitLocker recovery on PCs for businesses. Ouch. Microsoft confirmed an issue that could trigger BitLocker recovery on Windows 11 25H2 and 24H2 and even some Windows 10 computers. It means you could be asked to enter your BitLocker recovery key, but if you don't have the key, guess what? You lose all your data. However, the BitLocker key is always synced to your Microsoft account, and we all know how much we love having our Microsoft accounts. I don't hate the idea of BitLocker, but if you are someone who doesn't understand how BitLocker works and it's turned on, you could be in trouble when you realize you don't have the recovery key. The recovery key is required when you are on any BitLocker screen, which is now being triggered by the Windows update. After installing the Windows update released on October 14th, some devices might encounter issues during restart or startup. Microsoft confirmed in a new support document. The linked advisory is only visible to those with Microsoft 365 Business and Windows 11 Enterprise. It's unclear how many users are affected, but Windows latest found that several posts on the Feedback Hub and other forums flagging BitLocker issue. For examples, one admin observed that they had 3 PCs running into BitLocker recovery after Windows 11. You ready for the word salad? KB5066835. While entering the recovery key allows the PC to boot, one of their PCs would daily ask for a key. What does this mean to you? Well, full device encryption is great when it works. Do you have your data backed up? Do you have your key in case you get locked out? And how SOL would you be if you lost everything on your device? Microsoft saying ransomware. It's not just for hackers anymore. Amazon tried to beat Steam, failed, now is killing its successful MMO. Successful in quotes here. Amazon started game studios a decade ago to compete with Steam. I'm not even sure Steam realized this. Not to make games, but to own PC gaming. It failed so badly that most people didn't even realize that's what Amazon was trying to do. Now, Amazon is shutting down New World, its historical fantasy MMO. The game hit 913,000 concurrent players when it launched in 2021. Kind of got dumpstered for a little bit and then got an expansion recently where it saw a big uptake in players. It wasn't a failure. It just didn't turn Amazon into the next Steam. So they're killing it. Google tried the same thing with Stadia, and we know how that worked, right? Microsoft is trying it with Game Pass, and it seems to be working, although Microsoft's doing its best to kill it. And their CEO said Steam has built a massive marketplace on Windows with an obvious envy. The problem is these companies don't actually want to make games. They want to make recurring revenue and PC game dominance. When their grand plan fails, they abandon even successful games. Here's what it means to you. Tech giants treat game development like strategic chess pieces, not actual businesses. It is when the strategy fails, developers get tossed, and I believe they laid off over 1,400 people recently. So if you're considering a job in the gaming industry, understand the difference between companies that want to make games and companies trying to disrupt games. One wants to build products, the other wants to own platforms. Platform play rarely works. Developers always pay the price. The Internet Archive just lost 2 massive copyrights lawsuits. The Internet Archive, a nonprofit that runs the Wayback Machine, is getting sued into oblivion by publishers and record labels. 2 separate lawsuits, both losses. The music lawsuit, the Internet Archive digitized 400,000 old shellac records from the 1890s to the 1950s and put them on for free. Universal, Sony, and other labels sued for $621 million, saying this was an illegal record store. The archive just settled. Terms are confidential. The book lawsuit during COVID, the archive let unlimited people borrow the same digital book simultaneously, when physical libraries closed. Publishers sued over copyright infringement. The archive lost in court and lost the appeal last week. The Internet Archive calls these lawsuits existential threat to their operation. If they can't pay, they shut down. That includes the Wayback Machine. Here's what this means for you. The Wayback Machine isn't just nostalgia. It's the only record of millions of deleted web pages, changed policies, and vanishing content. Journalists, researchers, and IT pros, including myself, use it to verify what companies actually said before they edited their website. The Internet Archive goes under from legal costs. The record disappears permanently. Bookmark important documentation now. Don't assume it'll be available later. Or go to internetarchive.org and donate. It's all up to you. That's it for the IT Blitz. If you have any questions or comments, please post them down below, or articles you'd like to share with us. Thank you so much for tuning in, and we'll see you next week.